Today I am going to talk about basal ganglia or nuclei, it also known as basal nuclei. So first come to the introduction part of the basal ganglia. So first the term basal ganglia or nuclei is applied to a collection of grey matter and it is situated within each cerebral hemisphere, and it also forms important part of the extrapyramidal system. And this basal ganglia, it includes this following parts. These are the first corpus striatum, then amygdaloid body, then claustrum. First come to this corpus striatum. This corpus striatum, it is again classified into two parts. Okay, it's partially divided into two parts. One is caudate nucleus and another one is lentiform nucleus. And these two nuclei, this caudate nucleus and lentiform nucleus, are interconnected by a few bands of grey matter, and it is below the anterior limb of internal capsule. So this is corpus, this is the figure of corpus striatum. Okay, and this corpus striatum, it is the shape of the corpus striatum, it is C shape. This is the C shape. Okay, and it is surrounded by the lateral ventricle and lies lateral to the thalamus. It is, and the nucleus has head. This portion is head and this portion is body, and also it has tail. Means this caudate nucleus, it is shape of the caudate nucleus is C shape, and it is divided into three parts, that is head, then body, then tail. Okay, then the head, it forms the floor of the anterior horn of the lateral ventricle. Come to this figure now. This is the figure of lateral view of right cerebral hemisphere, and here shown the position of the different basal nuclei. Okay, and this is the C shape, this is caudate nucleus. Okay, and here this portion is cerebellum, and this is lateral ventricle. This portion is lateral ventricle, and this is thalamus. Okay, so the head, this portion is head. Okay, head, and this head, it forms the floor of the anterior horn of the lateral ventricle. This portion is anterior horn of lateral ventricle. So this portion is floor. Okay, floor of the anterior horn of lateral ventricle. So the head of this caudate nucleus, it's form the lateral floor of the anterior horn of the lateral ventricle, this portion. Then also it forms the medial wall of the anterior limb of the internal capsule. Okay, an internal capsule, see here in this figure, this portion is internal capsule. Okay, this is internal capsule, it is present medial. So it forms the medial, this head portion, this is head portion, and it forms the medial wall of the anterior limb of the internal capsule. Okay, this is about the head of the caudate nucleus. Then come to the body of the caudate nucleus. The body of the caudate nucleus, this portion, this is body. Okay, see in here, this portion body. Okay, this body of the caudate nucleus, and this body of the caudate nucleus, it forms the floor of the central part of the lateral ventricle. This is lateral ventricle. So this portion is the central portion of the lateral ventricle. Okay, so this is central part of the lateral ventricle, and so the body of this caudate nucleus, it forms the floor of the central part of this portion, means central portion of the floor of the central part of the lateral ventricle, and lies medial to the posterior limb of the internal capsule. Internal capsule, here see, this is internal capsule. This portion, this orange part, this is internal capsule, and here this is the head of the, this portion is head of the caudate nucleus. This head of caudate nucleus, so it forms, means it lies medial to the, this portion is medial, okay, medial portion of the this posterior limb, okay. Anterior limb, it has, in this is internal capsule and it has anterior limb and posterior limb, and so it lies, this body of the caudate nucleus, it lies here, the medial to the posterior limb. This portion is posterior limb, so medial portion of the posterior limb of the internal capsule. Then come to the tail portion. This portion is tail of the caudate nucleus. In this caudate nucleus, it forms the roof of the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. Inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. This is, see here, inferior horn. This part is inferior horn of lateral ventricle. So the tail, this portion is tail of the corpus. Yes. So this tail of the caudate nucleus, it forms the roof of, this portion is roof. Okay. So it forms the tail of the caudate nucleus. It forms the roof of the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. This inferior horn of the lateral ventricle, and this portion, this tail, it ends by joining the amygdaloid body. This is the amygdaloid body. This is the amygdaloid body. So this tail portion, it ends with joining this amygdaloid body. Then come to the lentiform nucleus. This part is lentiform nucleus, and this lentiform nucleus, see here, this portion is lentiform nucleus, and this is a large bioconcave nucleus, and this nucleus is divided into two parts, that is medial and lateral. This portion is medial and this portion is lateral, and lateral portion is known as putamen, and medial portion it is known as globus pallidus, and lateral portion is part is larger. This portion, this lateral part is larger than the medial part. And this lentiform nucleus has three surfaces, and that is lateral surface. This is lateral, this portion is lateral surface, this is medial surface, and this is inferior surface. And the lateral surface is convex. This is convex, lateral surface is convex, and it is related to the external capsule. This is external capsule, so it is related, this lateral surface is related with the external capsule, and the claustrum, this is the claustrum of the outermost capsule, it's related with. Then come to the medial surface. This is medial surface, and medial surface is more convex. It is more convex than the lateral surface, and it is related with the internal capsule. This is internal capsule, and also the caudate nucleus. This caudate nucleus and thalamus. So this is lentiform nucleus, and lentiform nucleus, it is divided into two portions, lateral and medial. Lateral is larger than the medial side, and it is lateral side is known as putamen and medial side is known as globus pallidus. Then comes the inferior surface, this portion inferior surface, and this inferior surface, it is related to the sublentiform part of the internal capsule, and also the tail of the caudate nucleus and the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. Now come to the next part, that is amygdaloid body. And here in this figure, this portion is amygdaloid body, and this amygdaloid body, here this is amygdaloid body, it is set nuclear mass in the temporal lobe. This portion is temporal lobe, okay, so it is present in the temporal lobe, and also lying anterior superior to the, this is anterior superior to the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle, because it is this portion is inferior horn of the lateral ventricle, and this part is anterior, and anteriorly and superiorly this amygdaloid body or nucleus is present, so it lies anterior superior to the horn of the this lateral ventricle, and it is continuous with the tail of the caudate nucleus. This portion is tail of the caudate nucleus, so it is continuous with this tail of the caudate nucleus, and also it is a part of the limbic system. This amygdaloid body, it is a part of the limbic system. Then come to the last portion, that is claustrum. This claustrum. Now come to the last part, that is claustrum. This is claustrum, and here this portion is claustrum. Okay, and this claustrum, it is saucer shaped nucleus, and it is situated in between the putamen and the insula. Then comes the last part, the function of basal ganglia. The function of basal ganglia, that is this basal ganglia, it's control of voluntary motor activity, and also it's regulation of voluntary movement, regulation of conscious movement, then also regulation of subconscious movement. Okay, again it control of muscle tone, then also the control of reflex muscular activity. These are the functions of basal ganglia. Thank you.